Hello YouTubers, Manny here from Manny's How To Workshop with a video for you on how to install a ceiling fan like this one um, and a remote switch or remote control switch like this one. This one is actually made by Harbor Breeze, not a sponsor, but as you can see, it has the light function off, low, medium, high controls the motor, the fan motor. So I got these for free from a previous job that I did. I installed a new ceiling fan for a customer of mine, um, and she wanted to get a new one without the remote and everything. So she just said, "Hey, you want them? You can keep them." I ended up getting two of them with remotes, and this is one of them. This one's a 52-inch, and if you could believe it, this one was from Sears and Roebuck. And in this little sticker right here, it says 1989. So if I don't remember correctly, if this was working when I removed it from my customer's house, I think it is. And it has four light sockets. Okay. And I'll show you that once I hang it up. So basically what we're going to do, as you can see in the previous videos, I showed you how I ran the new power for the second switch right here that controls that box up there. All right, so I went ahead and mounted the fan hold down shaft bracket, which is this guy right here. And nowadays, this is how they all come. Quick note, the two screws that came with the box, the junction box, actually worked with these guys. Excuse me. Otherwise, you'd have to get some longer ones just to make sure that it can connect to the box and secure. And then you have plenty of threads coming up on through the other side. All right. So, and like I said, here's my new wire. I already had and stripped the ends. There's no power on this black right here. The switch is off, so that's why I'm touching it. Plus, if you only touch with one hand, it's not going to do anything unless I'm touching the black and the white at the same time or the black and the ground at the same time. So, like I said, I already got the bracket up there. So now what we need to do is mount the fan, or hang the fan, I should say, and then connect these to the fan to make sure that we have the fan, the light in the on position, and the fan speed on high position, because that's what the remote switch needs for that to be in order so I can control it. Okay, so let me pause this real quick, hang the fan, and I'll show you the connections. Okay, I got the fan hung up on here on the bracket, and the fan this part right here of the shaft has a notch on the other side, and then the bracket has a tang that sticks out. So when you put it in there, this locks in. So when the motor's spinning, the whole unit is not trying to spin. It locks the shaft in place. So when the fan blades, the centrifugal force, doesn't create the system to go all the way. Otherwise, this thing would be spinning and it would twist the wires and then probably knock it off. But I'm going to go ahead and make all the connections, and then I'll show you if it's working like it's supposed to. Right now, manually, without the remote. Okay, so I've made my connections, and you can see the ground is connected to the grounds, neutral to neutral. And for this test, the blue and black coming from the fan housing gets connected together with the hot or the feed coming in from the switch. Okay, so it's okay to do that because all it's doing is feeding the power to it. So these lamp holders here can go up and down. You can move it up and down. So I just have to make sure that they're all facing down, so when the fan comes on, it doesn't hit. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn on the switch over here in the up position. All right. Okay, so as you can see, the light is on, and that right there, I believe, is the high speed. You can barely hear it, but you can see how fast it's moving. And you can see it's vibrating just a little bit because it's a 3 to 4 inch downshaft, but it's balanced. So go ahead and actually, that's where I want it to be. I want that to be on high and this to be on. So let me go ahead and turn off the switch again. You can see I just turned off the switch, the light went out, and now the fan blade is going to come to a stop. So now I'm going to go ahead and disconnect everything that I just connected, and now I'm going to hook up the remote, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so before I hook up the remote, as you can see, this is your feed side. You got a hot and a neutral right there. It's even got a little label that tells you so. This is your sensor wire right here, a little antenna. And then on the output, you have your neutral for the motor, your hot for the motor, and then the blue is the hot for the light. Okay, so let me go ahead and hook that up and show you. Okay, so I've made all my connections. As you can see, all the grounds are connected right there. This is the incoming hot and neutral connected to the incoming hot of the neutral of the sensor. And this sensor is made that it fits right inside this bracket. There's an arm that comes down here, and there's an arm on the other side, and this sensor goes right in there. And you want to make sure that the flat side is on the top side. I mean, you can probably slide it in the other way as well, but I think for wiring purposes, it makes it much easier to do it that way. Okay, so that after this little cone here, this bell cone, will go in and it fits right around this part, because this part right here is slightly rounded. Okay, and it only comes out so far on the other side also. And you can see I got the motor neutral tied in to the output. I got the light feed right here, blue to blue, is tied in. So here's a tip for you. Whenever you have stranded wire, make sure you twist them together like this, okay, before you put the wire nut on there. That ensures a better connection. And then also the same thing, because these are solid wires, solid copper to stranded, take the stranded and wrap it around the solid, and then put your wire on there. All right, so let me do that, and then we'll come down and test it. Okay, so to just let you know how this remote, this is an older remote from back in 2005, how these work, these actually have dip switches inside. See those tiny little switches right there on the bottom? There's only 4 of them. So that's actually your code or / frequency for the what do you call the remote sensor. So the sensor has the same thing. It has 4 little dip switches. As long as they both set the same, and let's see if I can see it. Okay, and this one, here we go. All right, so 1 and 2 is on, 3 and 4 is off. Okay, so up is on and down is off, just like your garage remote. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this 9-volt battery, which this one comes with. This one takes. The newer ones take like AAA batteries, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and hook that up, and then we'll test it. Okay, I've put the battery in the remote control, and we'll put power to the light fixture. All right, so you can see the light is off, the fan is off. So here, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the light. All right, so the light came on, and then I'm going to turn on the fan. And the reason why, like manually, this has to be in the high speed position, so this can control it, because you see it's got the high, medium, low. So if I go ahead and turn on the high, see, it comes on. And then I can slow it down by pushing medium. See, the little red light will come on. You probably can't hear it, but I can hear the pitch change in the motor. All right, so that's medium. So let me go to low, and we'll see the speed change. Yep. So it's actually slowing down now. And you see I can turn on the light on and off. Here's the light on and off. right there. Yep. So that's working good. And see, and that's slow now. Slow mode. And then if I hit the off right here, that will turn off. Something must be inside the little motor housing because I can hear a little scraping going on, but it could be some just dust or something else that fell in there. So I might have to take it down at a different time and clean it out. But anyway, so if I hit off, that will go off. But this off on this remote doesn't turn off the light. On the newer ones, if you hit off while the light is on and the fan's running, it turns them both off. So I guess that's one added thing that they did for the newer ones. So you can see the motor's coming to a stop. And if I can just get up there and I can stop the blades from turning, you can see that it's actually completely stopped. And then turn on the light, and then turn on fan to medium. All right, well, there you go, guys. Just gonna go ahead and turn everything off and go ahead and button up there, close it all up. But for now, that's it. So that's how you install a ceiling fan with remote switch. As always, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. And always remember to hit the bell notification for more up and coming videos. Alright guys, I will... Oh, and then by the way, if I wanted to, I can just go ahead and turn off the power here to off, and that will kill the whole thing. But instead of doing that, I can just use my remote, turn it off, off, off. Okay, and then I can either turn off the switch on the wall or always leave it on. If I want to control it with the remote, just leave it on, so that way it's already got power. But all right guys, I'll catch you on the next one, and you guys have a good one. Okay, take care.